Hello again, everyone. It's Veronica again, aka Fox Dragon Crow, and I wanted to make a video without cards. um, because I have things on my mind, I guess, and I wanted to have more of a discussion. Um, Not sure if I'm gonna publish this. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. If you're seeing it, obviously I published it. It's more difficult for me to do videos like this because I'm not someone that can express herself easily. Um, Especially when it comes to more serious matters or when I'm not feeling so good. But I guess tarot and cards will be part of this discussion in a sense. But I'm thinking of, cartomancy and mental health sort of thing, depression, anxiety. And I'm just wondering how many people use cards or other tools. I'm sure there's plenty out there when they need it during these times of not feeling well mentally, emotionally, and so on. And I'm just wondering, if most people are like me or maybe different, because I find it hard to use it during those times. Although I want to, I feel, when I feel down, depressed, or anxious, I crave the ability to be able to do it and rely on my cards or even journaling and kind of put down my thoughts or my feelings or whatever. But I'm not necessarily able to do it, and it's a little bit frustrating because there's so much in my mind, there's so much emotion going on, but then when I get to the actual blank piece of paper or with a card in front of me, it's just I cannot put it down on paper. I cannot take it out of my brain, um, and release it somehow. So, and I'm not trying to force myself, when I feel like that, I let it, I stay with the book open. I might do something else, and sometimes it takes me half an hour to even write like the day and the date and the time of day and the lunar cycle that we in or whatever. I tend to do that on my journals. Yeah, and then by the time I actually get to write down or journal anything, another half an hour goes by, and it's just, and then I sometimes give up, and then sometimes I'm able to add a few words on paper or do a reading. During these times and lately in general, I don't do readings sort of to determine, what's to come or I just kind of want to get a message, and I'm utilizing the card or the image of the card to sort of spur me on to starting to write something. And that usually, if I'm able to do it and focus for, at least a few minutes, it starts to flow and then it starts to be able to be released on paper. Um, Very rare occasions, I just put my phone on and I record myself trying to speak my thoughts because that seems to be easier at times, at least with myself, not publicly like this. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to touch base on that and, say a little bit of how I feel and how I try to deal with these type of days. Um, And I made some videos yesterday, so it's really good. High energy, everything. And then today is like the opposite, and that's okay. It's part of what I go through, and from time to time, every few days, every few weeks, I go through the like bouts of depression or whatever. Sometimes they last, a few weeks. Sometimes, a couple days. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure things out myself as much as possible, but um, yeah. So cards help sometimes, at least maybe just to kind of look through them, um, think on the images sometimes, or getting a super simple message. I got a deck the other day. I'm using it, well, actually, 3 decks that I combined into one major deck. It's photography based, and I just kind of pull a card. It's nothing like huge, it's just some beautiful imagery that helps me maybe relax a little bit. It's photography based. There's one based on the oceans, one based on earth, one based on sky and clouds and things like that. So it's like a chunky deck that I can barely shuffle now, but I wanted roughly the same size, same publisher, and I wanted to sort of combine them and pull a card every evening almost. Let me grab it and show it to you. So I have the boxes here. This is the one I've seen in the past. Sea Soul Journey. They are similar, but they're not by the same authors. Earth Blessings, Oracle Cards, Liz Dean, Pippa Best, and Sky Wisdom, Chad Foreman. And the publisher, I think for all of them, yes, it's Welbeck Balance. Welbeck. Hope I'm saying it right. This is probably the most clear one. Let's try one more time. There we go. Welbeck Balance. So this one has 48 cards. The C one has 48 cards, and the other one 48 cards. So chunky deck. Wow. They do have booklets like this. So I keep them all together. So it's about a page. Per card. No, oh, some of them have images. I guess actually the Earth Blessings has images. It's quite nicely put together. It does have color images. See, I'm like all excited talking about cards, and I said in this video that I'm not going to talk about cards, but anyway, I'm talking about cards that help when I'm depressed. So let's look at this one. So this is beautifully set up, the booklet. Come on, love. There we go. It's the Way Fallen Angels. Is that the name of the deck? It reminds me of that style. The Key Wisdom has images as well. So they are similar. I think this was published, the most recent one, because it doesn't have, it has the keyword on the card, but not like the blessing. They all have a blessing. May you, and whatever the blessing is. Wow. Come on. Yeah, I need to get a camera. It's frustrating. Anyway, at least maybe you can see it here. Sky Wisdom. And the C one has images, but they are black and white. The Sea Journeys. So the blessing, may you soften into what is. That's the allow, belonging. May you welcome yourself home. So they have the keywords on the cards and the blessing on 2 of the decks and 1 no. So it's a chunky girl now. Almost 150 cards. So 144, right? Because it's 48 in a deck. The beautiful thing about them is that each deck has sort of 4 almost like suits. And they have different backings. So 4 types of backings. It's still photography for the backings. So this one is probably the C. Let's see. And this one as well. So they're beautiful. They're hard to hold. This is from the Earth deck. With the Earth deck has different seasons. So this is fall. So it shows the Earth in different seasons. So this is the fall backing. There we go, sort of. Okay. And then the next card, I think it's spring backing. So that's how I know which one is Earth, which is sky, and which is ocean. So it's really thick and really hard to shuffle for my small hands. Because also it doesn't kind of stick together. Some of them were kind of warped. Was that the right word? Anyway. So let's show you one from the Earth. And this is the fall season. The Earth card. So beautiful. I really like the Earth one. Beautiful photography. So this one is Charm. May you see the magic in small things. So this is the deck that I've been sort of like pulling, you know, in the evenings. Let's show you. Well, this is the summer back. For the Earth deck, this has Wish. May your wishes be granted. And then I'll show you now the backing from the Earth deck. This is winter, so frozen grass. And this one says grounded. Beautiful winter beach scene. An ocean deck, balance. May you find equilibrium in motion. So the newest one, the sky, which at least I think is the newest one, it has the keyword, but it doesn't have the blessing on it. So the sky, this is one of the backings of the sky deck. And this is the card, breath. And then in the booklet is where it shows the blessing and the meaning of the card. Come on. Another ocean, one of the backings, and the depth is the keyword. So we can see a school of fish with some kelp, and may you immerse and go deeper. Anyway, so it's cute, it's beautiful. So this is one of the decks lately that helps. Let's throw one more card. Resolved. I'm gonna hide behind it. Whoa, my hand is super shaky. So, chunky deck for me to look at before I go to sleep when I'm feeling down. So look how big it is. My hand doesn't go around it all. And then I shuffle it like this. It's okay. Should we do a card? See what the book says? Why not? Maybe it helps someone today. I am noticing though, as I'm going through this video, that before I brought the cards out, I was really down and low energy, but then I brought these cards out and I seemed a little perkier. Just saying. All right, let's do a quick reading and let's see what we get. So we got, ooh, interesting card. Chunky mother. We got it from the ocean deck. This is the back. I want you to focus, please. And the card is powerful. May you be as potent as the ocean. And that looks like a turbulent, kind of like underneath a wave with the, when it rotates, when the wave goes in itself. It looks like that. So that's interesting. Focus. There we go. May you be as potent as the ocean. So let's see what the book says. So I'm pretty sure this is from the sea because of the backing. and it looks like it's from this section, which is moving forward ocean qualities, because it's separated by those 4 sort of sections that I mentioned, based on the different bags. So this moving forward ocean qualities are begin, believe, curious, decide, hope, imagine, journey, love, persist, powerful, shy, stretch. And I got the powerful card. So let's see what it says. Maybe some of us need to hear this message today. Okay, so powerful. May you be as potent as the ocean. And the reflection, it has a reflection, blessings, and mantra. I don't think all of the cards have that, but the ocean one does. Oh, the sky wisdom has aspiration, which is the blessing. I would call it a blessing because the way it's phrased. Reflection, meditation, and mantra. And what about the earth? Blessings, insight, blessings, and affirmation. Yeah, so maybe they could be a feel-good kind of deck. All right, so the reflection is, the power of the sea is immense and potent. It can devastate and reshape the world in its path. It can hold miracles, tend to the tiniest of life forms, evolve and nourish an entire ecosystem. The sea has the power to nurture and to destroy. Very true. And the blessings, may you know your own power. It's interesting because some specialists, let's call them out there, call the feeling of depression a feeling of powerlessness and a no way out sort of thing. Yeah, so like in the moments of when you feel depression, yeah, that you can feel there's no point, you feel powerless, things like that. Anyway, may you know your own power. May you allow your gifts to be seen. May you believe in your ability to change everything for the better. Wow, it looks like I did need this card. Maybe some of you did too. And then the mantra is, I hold the power of the ocean within me. Yeah, and going back to the last sentence from the reflection, the sea has the power to nurture or to destroy and to destroy. So, our mantra for the day, I hold the power of the ocean within me. Interesting. I do feel a little better. But, yes, I wanted to have a few words about this because I know I'm not the only one dealing with this in life. And in a way, I wanted to say how I feel, and maybe how I sometimes deal with it when I'm able to deal with it, like I just did. And then also maybe to see what others do and how they deal with it, if they're going through it, if you are going through it. And if you are able to use tools, spiritual tools or reflection tools, healing tools, and so on. I know there's many ways, many things that you can do in these cases if you have the power to do them in a moment, in the midst of it. I know, eating properly, having adequate sleep, going for a walk, spending time in nature, all of that. But sometimes I'm just not able to like move or do these things, or and it just goes down 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 in a spiral, right? So and I guess today I wanted to kind of check in and see how others, and if you use these kind of tools, see how others may deal with things, or if they're able to deal with things every time, because I'm definitely not, right? Like most times, I sit with it, I try to journal about it, and I try to let myself be with it. And then usually, like the next day, or as I get busy at work and I cannot focus on myself and I focus on my clients, I spend a lot of time with clients on camera. So a lot of my attention does go to them and it's focused on them. Um, so it takes me out of myself. But then as soon as I'm not busy, or as soon as the day is over, work day, and I'm not distracted, quote unquote, any longer, then I feel it again sometimes. And yeah, so a little bit of a vulnerable video, a little bit of an honest, open video. Um, Hope you don't mind. But that's what I wanted to say. Okay, thank you all for giving me this space. I hope you're okay, and we'll chat again soon because I want to be more consistent. I've said this in the past many times. Um, this is one of the reasons why I'm not so consistent as well. It's just difficult for me. And I'm not trying to put pressure on myself, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I'd be a bit more consistent and more courageous. So let's see. Okay, thank you everyone. Take good care. Blessings.